Hello and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and we're fighting the Fey Enchantress herself. I don't know whether we're actually going to even be able to achieve victory here, but this is going to be a fun one. Alright, we've got 147 and the enemy has 166. Let's see what we can do. Okay. We're actually not even entirely bad in terms of renown. However, here's the thing. We're going to have some big problems actually dealing damage to the opponent, I think, if she is... Oh, she's actually casting the same spells that Oggy Boggy has. That's actually quite funny. Oh well, okay. We should be fine here. There she is as well, by the way. What I need to do is actually just kill her mount. There we go. Oh, she had no idea what was going on right there. That was hilarious. Okay, that was absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what we want. Let's try and kill the horses. There we go. 2 of the horses have already been eliminated. Let's kill that one. There we go. Even if the wood save saves them, that's the thing I want to try to avoid as best as I can. Let's tell these guys to charge in as well. I just want to try to make it so that our... make it so that our infantry are actually somewhat useful, because otherwise they're just gonna literally just stand there doing nothing much at all. As you can see, this paladin has already been eliminated, and we can now hopefully deal with the enemies over here. Now, what's really funny about this is, as we know, the Bretonnians are, well, let's just say, not exactly amazing when it comes to their regular troops. They're going to be extremely, well, weak in comparison to their noble troops, because of course their cavalry and all of their more advanced people, they're the ones that you've got to be really, really careful of. However, as you can quite clearly see here, we can literally just charge straight on in to their forces as long as they don't have too many cavalry, and we are going to absolutely destroy pretty much every single day of the week. And that's exactly what's happening here, as you can see right now. And it's just actually kind of crazy. It's actually kind of crazy. So there you go. Look at that. We actually did manage to achieve victory. I'm pretty sure this is victory, even if I am going to have to face a bunch of extra cavalry coming in here, because these guys are probably not really going to be able to do too much. At least that's what I can tell so far. I mean, is this guy a paladin, actually? I don't know. No, just Grail Knights and things like that. I mean, that's the funny thing. Grail Knights are still difficult. They are still going to be a relatively difficult opponent, because they still have ward save, you know, they still have a relatively decent amount of ward save. They don't have the same amount as the paladins, of course, as far as I'm aware, at least. And, yeah, they're obviously still going to be a little bit stubborn, refusing to die, and so on. But the way it is right now, well, that's fine, because as you can see, we just absolutely obliterate pretty much every single other unit that they have. The only thing that we really need to worry about when it comes to fighting Bretonnia, in my opinion at least, is if they have a significant amount of cavalry at a high level. And I'm not even talking about the Grail Knights here. Even though the Grail Knights are difficult to deal with, they are far and away so much easier than the Paladins. The Paladins are the main cause for concern with pretty much any single time that we go into a battle against Bretonnia. They are literally going to be the main reason why we end up losing a huge amount of troops any day of the week. And I'm very, very pleased that we've actually figured out a bit more of a, shall we say, a bit more of a consistent way of us achieving some good victories pretty much across the board, from what I can see so far. Now, the one thing that I really want to do is I really badly want to get the ruler of Bretonnia to come out of the town. Now, I actually already tried something just a moment ago before I started the episode. There he is. Okay, he is actually coming out. Anyway, I was just going to say that I basically went over to this village here, and I paid the village elder 300 dinars to set a fire. I was actually kind of hoping that that would draw one of the vassals, hopefully the ruler himself, out of the garrison. And unfortunately, no, it didn't actually work for some reason. No, it didn't actually work. So that's a bit of a shame. However, he's now coming out here. All right, so we're going to have a look-see here. We're going to see how we can do. Who are you that comes in arms against me? Well, I am this guy. Yes, I am this guy. I have 138 against 275. This is actually going to be a bit difficult. Not sure if I'm actually going to be able to achieve victory here, to be honest, all things considered. And what we're going to do... I'm not sure if I need to... Yeah, okay, fine. Oh yeah, by the way, someone actually asked about this banner thing, right? To get this banner out, you just hold F1, right? You just hold F1 when you have the particular people selected, just so you know. Yeah, someone asked, you know, how to do that, so there it is. You just hold F1 with that. Otherwise, okay. I think we should be okay. Oh, look at that. Affected allied troops have augmented speed and ward save. Very nice. Okay, I like that. Alright, let's just tell my infantry to go a little bit closer here, just around here. Yeah, okay, yeah. They also have some... they also have some damsels that can also cast buffs on them, which is rather irritating. And he has the ability to regenerate himself. As you can see, the golden light regenerates him. By the looks of things. That's actually quite interesting. Alright, so let's actually tell our infantry to spread out here. And the main reason why I want that is pretty obvious, of course. Just kill these guys. There we go. Get them off their mounts. That's it. Just get them off their mounts, and then we should have a much easier time of things. Kill this guy off his mount. There we go. And that's the thing. I mean, you see exactly... Look at that. That guy is literally prioritizing getting back on his mount. That just goes to show every single time, whenever someone tries to get on their mount super badly after being dismounted, that really just says, yeah, they need the mount to actually deal damage. And I'm very, very pleased that we were able to eliminate them so easily, or at least hopefully easily. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just get over here and try and help out these guys. We need to... Wow, really? My guys are literally taking care of business right now. The enemy... What? This guy's running... Look at him. He's riding on a rat. That is hilarious. That is so funny. Okay, I never would have expected that in a million years, but apparently, yeah, they'll ride on whatever they can. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They are literally so badly wanting to get back on a mount that they'll ride anything that they can, which is so funny. All right, yeah. So we are actually doing perfectly fine. I'm actually surprised. I am so incredibly surprised right now. I never would have expected this in a million years, but alright. Apparently we are doing far and away very, very well here. Kill that guy, thank you. I need to take this guy down as well. I don't have any riding skill. You know, that's actually kind of a bit of an annoying thing right now, that I don't have any riding skill. I mean, it would be very, very useful if we did. But, you know, that's just not the kind of character we are at the moment, so, you know. Yeah, we're gonna have to just deal with that. Oh, no! Okay, there we go. Thankfully, just avoided getting absolutely massacred by a couch lance. Thankfully, these guys are all trying to attack me, which is actually perfect for us. I'm just gonna try to get these guys out of the way here. Kill this fellow's horse. If I can just get to them and just eliminate their horses, that's all I really need to do. Because my forces should be able to deal with their horses without any issues. Or shall we say, without their horses, you know what I mean? They should be able to deal with them. Get him out, there we go. Okay, nice. Get him off his mount, get him off his mount, that one as well. Yeah, I mean, as long as we can deal with their... I'm gonna tell my archers to charge in now as well, just because otherwise they're just gonna continue attacking randomly. Actually, you know what? I think I will tell them to skirmish instead. Let's tell them to do that. It's probably gonna be a little bit more useful. I'm a bit worried about actually losing a huge amount of troops right now. We are losing a lot. I'm actually thinking, should I try to retreat, actually? That might make sense. Huh. Don't think I can do that right now. Okay, let's try and retreat if we can. I've only got 22 remaining. I need to retreat right away, but these guys are keeping me in combat. Okay, now I can retreat. I'm maybe gonna be able to get away. Yes, I can get away. Okay, I've only got 7 troops remaining, but that actually doesn't matter. Okay, that does not matter at all because look at how many he has. Look at how many he has left. He only has 100, and we have 78. So all we need to do is just restore ourselves back to our former glory, and then we should be absolutely fine. All of my Doom Bulls are actually alive, by the way, as well. So I'm actually very, very pleased about that. So he is basically, he's still continuing on to his destination. So all I need to do is just wait and hope that Oggy Boggy is going to get on his feet and actually start fixing people up. Because we really need that. This guy's traveling to the town now. Maybe he, oh no, I can maybe bait him. Maybe I can bait him to follow me around a little bit. Yes. Yes. We have to be super careful about this though, because we literally cannot get engaged upon. If I am engaged upon here, that is basically a defeat, straight up. So I cannot let that happen. I need to make sure that we just do this. Come on now, come on. Yeah, he's being super, super careful here as well. You see how fast he is when he turns around? Thankfully, I am faster, but very, very close, you know, extremely, extremely close. I only have 22. He has 67. If only Oggy Boggy, can you get on to, he's not on his feet yet, I don't think. No, look at him, he's not on his feet yet. Oh, it's so sad. It is so, so sad. If only he could just, you know, start doing his work here. But we are keeping this guy basically dead to rights at the moment, because as long as I can just delay him just a little bit longer, just a little bit, you know, as long as Oggy Boggy can get back on his feet, then we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be really, really nice. But I have to be super careful here, and this whole dance is just a classic warband maneuver right here, right now. And maybe we're gonna be okay. 41 from 72. I might be able to actually win with 43, actually. Maybe. Gotta be a little bit careful, though. I would feel better if I had at least 60, actually. If I can actually make that work. Oggy Boggy, are you back on your feet? Yes, he is. Alright, great. So now he's actually doing some good work for us. And if I can just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, alright? Just a little bit more, and then we should be fine. We'll just accept the money, whatever. That's absolutely fine. And, okay, here we go. If I can get a chance, by the way, to take this guy prisoner, I'm never letting him go, alright? We're never going to let him go. Okay, I'm going to go in now. Let's do it. Okay, we've got 56, he's got 80. He's still got an 18. Wow, okay. He's still got a pretty significant battle advantage. I'm actually quite surprised about that. I thought to myself, hey, maybe I'm actually going to be okay here. But it seems to me like we might actually have some huge issues dealing with this guy. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll be okay. He's got a lot of people. That's the point. He's got a lot of people, and as you can see, he's actually just given them augmented damage and speed, and also a bunch of ward save. That's going to make a huge difference. I can only hope that my maybe my gunners are going to do a relatively decent job here. Let's just get these guys moving a little bit in a different position. I need them to just get the high ground a little bit here. It's kind of a shame that we don't have better magic, magic casters, really. That would really make a huge difference to us, in my opinion, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, now I've been slowed, obviously. Oh, look at that. My ward save literally saved me from dying right there from the couch lance. Okay, now we can tell these guys to charge in, tell these guys to charge in as well. Yeah, we're having some huge issues right here. Having some big problems. Looks like we're going to have to retreat again, unfortunately. Yeah, he just had way too many cavalry and he was able to very easily overwhelm us because he has so many couch lancers. That's the problem. The couch lancers were the main issue right there. I'm actually kind of surprised that that guy didn't get us into a battle, but yeah, anyway, unfortunately not going to be able to achieve victory against that fellow, at least right now. I might be able to if we are able to just get a couple of extra people in our army here, maybe recruit some more Skaven, and yes, only 800. That's fine, I guess. But yeah, we need to recruit some more Skaven and just try to maximize the amount that we can level up at any one time. It's going to be extremely important for us to get back there with minimal downtime, because obviously, as we know, that fellow is no doubt, considering he is the ruler, he is probably going to come back super strong. I mean, it took him a long time to actually get all of those. So maybe he's literally just going to stand in the town for the entirety of the time, and maybe that's going to be the thing. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I was kind of hoping, I was really badly hoping that we would be able to achieve victory against him. Well, never mind. I mean, it was a pretty difficult, you know, to be fair, it was a pretty difficult battle. He had 11 or 12 paladins at the beginning, and when we went in just now, he only had, how many? He had like, what, 3 or something. But as I say, that doesn't really make any difference unless they have like a huge amount of lancers, which they did. So that's the point. That really did do so much damage. I'm actually really surprised that it was actually capable of dealing that much damage. I thought, hey, we're probably going to be fine here, but no. We actually ended up losing a lot of our treekin as well, as you can see right there. We actually had 5 treekin or something, and now I only have 1. So yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Unfortunately, there's nothing much to do here. We're just going to move back. Oh, look at that. We're actually making some pretty good money right here too. And I have 52,000. Oh, I have 52,000 in my treasury, and I have 41,000 in my inventory. That's pretty good, actually. I might be able to get the next level of ward save, actually. I don't know what the next level of ward save is actually going to be. I mean, I know it's level 3, but I don't know how much it's going to cost, you know what I mean? Okay, well, anyway, let's just go over here, get these, and then we are all good. All right. Technically, even if he has around 100 units, or maybe around 80 or 90, I might be able to win just from my perspective right now, because obviously we're leveling them up quite nicely here. Maybe we could do something. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I mean, we're getting a lot of skirmishers now. The skirmishers, they're obviously terrible. You know, they are literally some of the worst that you can get. However, they do have, ooh, these guys might be kind of cool to fight. They do have some really like high base damage. At least as far as I'm aware, I think that they have high base damage. I might be wrong about that, but as far as I know, they do come equipped with firearms, which is obviously the main purpose there. You want to, you know, if they have firearms, which I think they do, as you can see right here, yeah, they come equipped with flintlock pistols, it seems. And because they have flintlock pistols, they're going to very easily be able to get, well, either 1 or 2 shot kills. And if there's a whole bunch of them, and I'm talking about, you know, 50 plus, all firing their pistols at once, it's going to be a significant amount of damage coming out from those guys. So that's really obviously going to make a big difference. And I guess that's pretty much all that we can really rely on here. So as long as we can level them up from clan rats, that's what we want. We literally just need to get them from clan rats over into skirmishers, and then we should have a pretty decent amount of, well, combat prowess, I guess, kind of. I mean, it's not really going to be like, oh yes, this is going to win me the hardest battles in the entire game. No, obviously not. However, you know, for a quick army that can do something, a bunch of skirmishers, that's probably going to be the best thing that you can go for, at least, you know, in such a short space of time. I'm going to be recruiting a bunch of these guys, actually, because we're going to need them. These clan rats can level up as well. I'm just gonna get a couple of these because the undivided knights, I mean, obviously they are chaos, and they do have some poison wind globadiers actually, so I should probably just get rid of 10 of these and then just take what I can here. And yeah, so poison wind globadiers, black rat, night runner, and then I can just take the rest of the clan rats, and that's absolutely fine. There we go. All right, do they have anything else? Ooh, a warplock musket. Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping that we would be able to get a rattling gun. I know that there is, I think someone actually mentioned that you can get the rattling gun by doing level 10 dungeons. As far as I'm aware, that it is available as an end of dungeon reward, as far as someone told people in the comments, so that's actually pretty cool. And I would love to be able to do that, so maybe we'll do a level 10 dungeon at some point in this episode. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to. I do have 3 healing potions and a bunch. Well, I have a Doom Ball, so, I mean, come on. You know, we have a Doom Ball, so it should be possible. Now, let's just actually just take a quick look. Yep, as you can see, he already has 154, which is really bad. I actually wonder, what's his unit quality? How is his unit quality? Because I can't obviously tell right now. Ooh, he's actually coming out. Yeah, he really doesn't like us right now. He doesn't like us one bit, but as you can see, his unit quality is not looking that good. Sure, yeah, he does have 6 Grail Knights, 10 Questing Knights, and 12 Knights of the Realm, as well as 28 Pilgrim Knights, and those are the ones that are actually going to be doing the significant amount of damage. I'm not looking at the Paladins any further, because the Paladins, there's only 2 of them. Sure, the Paladins are definitely going to be able to inflict some damage, of course, that's what they're all about. However, they don't have the numbers to be able to inflict that damage any further. They were able to do massive damage beforehand, but nowadays, maybe not so much. Alright, so basically the one thing that we can do now is we can try to bait this guy into a situation where we can possibly win. I'm going to try to trade a couple of these people back now, and let's try and see if I can get this guy into a battle. I might be able to do something really sneaky here, actually. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it, but I'm going to hope. This is actually okay. Wait a minute. We might be able to do something really, really cool here. I'm hopeful that what we might be able to do is get on top of this hill before there is any kind of charge, and then just rain down death and destruction upon them. That's basically the only thing I can really hope for here. We might be able to, because if they don't get the speed that they need to use their lances and to use their couch lances and things like that, we should have an overwhelming advantage. But that is obviously very much a case of if. It's a big if. Don't know whether we're going to be able to, but well, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so they're actually running into the side here. Not sure why they're doing that. It's a little bit unfortunate. What are you guys actually doing? This is kind of a bit weird. Kind of a bit weird that they're doing that, but alright, okay. Hello friends, would you like to attack me, sir? Okay, I'm literally just going to attack right now. I am literally just going to go in and attack these guys. And we're just going to see what happens, because, well, if they're not going to charge, then I'm just going to come in here and do damage. Okay, there we go. Get him out the way. Okay, yeah, these guys are now charging. Okay, now we can charge our cavalry and our infantry, and hopefully my skirmishers and so on and so forth will continue to do good damage. I wonder whether the cavalry, the enemy's cavalry, are actually going to be charging us from the side and flanking. If they do end up flanking, that's an amazing strategy for the AI to use, and usually they don't do that kind of stuff. So that's pretty awesome, I gotta say. Seems like it is working, maybe, for them? Is it working, actually? Maybe. The one thing we've got to remember, this is the one thing we've got to remember, it is not actually that big a deal for us as Skaven to go away and to do what we can to do as much damage as possible, retreat, and then go and recruit a bunch of people again and then come back. That's it, because obviously they're going to have a much harder time of replenishing their ranks especially with these paladins. The paladins are going to be extremely difficult to regain. I'm going to actually go for a little retreat here. Alright, let's actually have a look at what happened. Okay, so we lost a bunch of skirmishers. Obviously, that is to be expected. We lost a bunch of warplock engineers. We lost some globadiers and all that wonderful stuff. However, as you can see, we are actually outnumbering him, even though he was outnumbering us to begin with. Now, what I want to do is I just want to go upgrade some people real fast, because that's what we need. Thank you. And we should be able to do this. I really wish these clan rats were actually advancing into something a little bit better than just clan rats right now. But maybe we can actually do something. He's traveling to the castle. I might be able to go in here again. And, oh no, the Fey Enchantress got into the battle. Oh, I'm so sad now. Oh, that is terrible. All right, well, I guess I'll just prey upon her then instead. I guess that's what we'll do. I mean, what else can I do, right? You know, I really so badly wanted to get him into a battle. I easily would have been able to defeat him, I think. It just very much depends. I don't know, I feel like we were actually achieving something there. We were losing a huge amount of troops, but that doesn't actually matter, as I say. That does not matter at all, because in the end, Britannia is going to have a much harder time of replenishing their troops than we are going to have replenishing ours. We can just get Skaven so easily, and we can level them up, as I said, into skirmishers really fast. And you may not think that that's actually super powerful or anything like that, but if you think about it, skirmishers are some of the most powerful tier 3 troops that you can get, because, as I say, they all come equipped with firearms in some way or another. And in my opinion, that definitely makes them some of the most powerful that you can get, because they are literally just going to be, they're going to be able to kill pretty much whatever it is as long as they hit. And obviously, I guess that's the main that's the main difficulty. Okay, so I did some damage. Yes, there we go. And look at this, look at this. I can literally kill every single one of these horses. Even if I end up taking massive damage here, this doesn't actually matter, because look at what I'm doing right now. I literally just dismounted every single one of these cavalry. And now what I can do is I could literally just run away. Obviously, the Fey Enchantress is going to be super effective here as well. And I would love to be able to, you know, prevent her from doing that, but you know how it is. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm just not able to do everything, because otherwise that's what I'm actually trying to do. I'm trying to do everything right now, which is not exactly great. Okay, there we go. Eliminate that guy. Alright, yeah. But yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping would actually happen when we went into the battle with the ruler of Britannia once again. You know, I was very much hoping we'd be able to achieve something similar to this effect, because just look at how many we lost in comparison to how many the enemy lost. Yeah, sure, we still lost some people, but we've achieved victory, and that's all that matters. And if it comes down to a war of attrition, we are eventually going to win. Just because, as I say, Skaven, you know, generally are going to be able to recruit so many more troops than Britannia, and actually level them up into relatively powerful people in the end. Anyway, there you go. Unfortunate that we weren't really able to get too much going on here, but you know, that's just how it goes. Maybe we can actually... Wait a minute. Hello there. Can we get him? Nope. Of course. I was really hoping to get that guy into a battle there, but oh well, no such luck. No such luck. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Some more Scryer Gunners, more Poison Wind Globadiers, more Skirmishers, and so on. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so this guy, he has 100. He's not going to have anything amazing when he actually comes back out. He's going to have, once again, still a relatively similar amount of cavalry as what he had before. Maybe I should spend my time actually re-recruiting as well. Because obviously in Warband, if you don't know this, obviously, in Warband they are really magical about how they replenish their forces. And they just basically go into a town or a castle or whatever, and then they just stand there for however long, basically, and then they just come out and they have a full army again, and they're just super strong, and yeah, you can't really do much about that. That's just how Warband recruitment works for the AI. which is really sad in my opinion. And they kind of did that a little bit more with Bannerlord as well as time went on, because I don't know whether you remember at the very beginning of Bannerlord's development, or shall we say at the beginning of the early access, basically what happened was Bannerlord's AI would recruit in exactly the same way that players would recruit. And I thought that was a fantastic feature. Really, really cool that they were forced into running around in the exact same way that players would be forced to run around. But unfortunately, I'm actually going to charge here. I'm going to be a little bit audacious here, because obviously the enemy is already going to be charging our skirmishers, as you can see. So I'm going to just try to eliminate the enemy as much as possible. And you can see here that they're actually being stopped too, which is really, really nice for me, because I can just get straight on in here and do as much damage as possible against their mounts. There we go. Come on, take them all down, take them all down. There we are. Yes, nice, nice. Just trying to maneuver myself around here. Bear in mind that any hit whatsoever to a mount is going to insta-kill. It doesn't matter what kind of hit it is, whether it's a hit that would normally do 1 damage, as long as it does any damage. So that's the reason why this legendary is so incredibly good. Okay, there we go. Nice. Absolutely perfect. And we should be good. I'm just going to do some damage here. Try and protect my forces a little bit. I'm not going to be completely careless. I am going to try and help out a little bit. You know, just a little bit. There we go. Get him off his mount. Get this guy dead, please. Thank you. There we are. All right, perfect, perfect. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, look at look at how many casualties they've suffered already. It's actually insane. All right, let's get my infantry and my cavalry to come back here actually, and then we'll just reposition our archers a little bit here as well. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, basically Bannerlord's AI would recruit in exactly the same way as the player would, where you'd go to villages, you'd go to towns, and you'd recruit troops from all over the place. And they eventually figured out, the developers, they eventually figured out that that was not going to work, because the AI was not being smart enough with their recruitment process. So basically what would happen is the AI would just consistently run into the player. It would just do that. It would just run into the player over and over and over again with a handful of recruits, and that's it. And it wouldn't do anything else. It would be extremely, extremely basic in regards to its behavior. And it wouldn't do anything like level them up, you know? It wouldn't level the troops up. It would literally just go and recruit 30 troops at the very basic level, and then it would go, yeah, I'm going to attack the player character now, and the player character has, 100 troops or something like that. So yeah, obviously very much going to result in a pretty devastating defeat for the AI. And so they changed it. And I actually thought this was really, really sad. And so they changed it to be, wow, I actually can't believe this guy got defeated so easily. All right, well, there you go. We actually won that, apparently. But yeah, so they changed it after that point. And they made it so that the AI would then begin taking units from garrisons. And that's basically, that's pretty much the same thing as what the Warband AI does, except the fact that it obviously doesn't take it from garrisons. But the fact is, Bannerlord AI does tend to magically create units inside the garrison, because there's no way that they go to every single village in the area and they recruit and then they put them in the garrison. There's no way that they do that. That's just not a thing that they do. So yeah, obviously, if you think about that, and then you think about Warband, and you think about how Warband does it, where indeed it is a pretty magical process, that's it. That's what they do. So unfortunately, Bannerlord seems to have, the recruitment process at least, and the way that the AI works in regards to recruitment, it seems to have taken a pretty big 180, which I'm as I say, I'm a bit disappointed by that, because I was actually very much hoping that it would be a similar thing to how the player would act, because that's the most fun in my opinion. I feel like that's super, super cool. Very immersive as well, because then you know 100% of the time that if you defeat a vassal, that they are going to then suffer the same kind of setback that you yourself are going to face. And I think that that's super nice. I think that is so incredibly cool, because then you never have to worry, you know, you never have to be like, oh yeah, this guy was literally just defeated and then he's going to come back at me in like, you know, 5 seconds because he's just able to pull out a bunch of troops from the garrison. And that's not even discounting the fact that some of these battles, bear in mind, some of these battles that you go into against the AI are going to be very devastating to your own forces, like we have just seen with Slythe here. You know, he got himself battered, and his own troops have gotten battered as well. We're making peace with the Wood Elf Kingdom. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm focusing on Bretonnia right now. And so, obviously, me focusing on them, making it so that we actually have to fight a significant amount. We have to fight so much so that obviously we're going to take casualties. But then as it goes, the AI is just going to go into a garrison here or there, and immediately then they're just going to magic up a bunch of extra troops. And in this way, it kind of invalidates the amount of troops that I've lost, because obviously I've lost a bunch of troops. I would expect the AI to also lose those troops. Obviously, I've done the work, you know, I've put in the effort to eliminate all these guys, and then all of a sudden, look at him, he's back up to 165. What do you bet? He's got a bunch of paladins in there as well. Hey, do you want to come out here? Do you want to come out and fight, sir? Is he actually going to come out and fight? Let me see if I can bait him. Let me see if I can bait him to come out. It would be amazing if we could, because I think I can still beat him, okay? I really think I can still beat him, because as I said to you, you know, all of these skirmishers right now, I've got 58 of these guys, and they are absolutely awful. I mean, really, their skills are terrible, but they have 150 in polearms, and they do have that pistol. And I believe that the pistol is going to make a big difference to their probability of actually being, you know, somewhat useful in a battle in comparison to, you know, tier 2, tier 3 Bretonnian infantry, for example. They're not going to be that effective. Okay, wait a minute. Are we actually... Oh, wait. You come across a potion seller. Yes. Trade with the merchant. Thank you very much, sir. Oh, yes, this is absolutely perfect. Okay, give me those potions of knowledge. I don't need anything else, thank you. Continue with my journey. And yeah, unfortunately this guy is proving to be extremely irritating, because he's actually now, as you can see, gained even more troops. He has 187 now. Yes. Okay. Seems like I will have some issues actually defeating him now, so I'm gonna have to just go off and do something else. I'm actually thinking of going into this battle here. See if we can get... Yep, there we go. We got him. We got both of these guys into a battle. I have 150... Look at the... Whoa, okay. The renown value is looking real nice. We outnumber these guys, but yet the renown value is looking very juicy. Okay, I like it. I like it. So let's see if we can do something here. I actually wonder... Do you think I can... Maybe I can manipulate the enemy into dying in the river here. Oh, okay. I see. This is actually pretty perfect. Okay, let's actually do something like this. Let's do something like this here. There we go. Something like that. There we are. All right. Okay, that is looking pretty nice. And now this... Oh yeah, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath for them. I think, at least. And this is exactly the reason why I think, you know, there seems to be a thing that the Bretonnian AI tends to do. Not sure if this is just against me, specifically, or against Skaven. But they seem to do this thing where they start in the middle of the battlefield here, if you take a look at my cursor. And then what they do is they send all their cavalry down here, to the very edge of the map, and then they tell them to swing around and flank into whichever their opponent is. And I think that's actually a really good strategy. That's a fantastic strategy in actual fact. However, the main problem comes when the enemy, for example me, at this point, the enemy can bait them into this kind of scenario where they literally just charge their cavalry units into an unwinnable situation, which is exactly what's happening here, because obviously look at what's happening right now. They just literally have no way of countering what is currently going on, because we've just completely eliminated every single one of their cavalry. They do have some paladins, which I gotta say I'm not a big fan of. Hilariously enough though, I think that the runesmiths, or rune lords, shall we say, the rune lords of the dwarves are far and away more annoying than paladins will ever be. I think they are incredible. Really, really good troops. And yeah, they are. I don't even understand how that even works, but they just avoid every little bit of damage. It's actually crazy. Okay, let's actually just kill this Amber Grail Damsel. Not entirely sure why we allowed her to stay alive for so long, but there you go. All right, there you go. That's indeed a victory for us. As you can see, we did end up losing quite a few troops. But once again, as I say, I don't care. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me right now. All that matters to me is gaining renown. We need to try and gain as much renown as possible. It's actually quite funny because I was trying to gain as much renown as I could in the earlier stages of the series, because obviously that means that I'm going to be able to, recruit more troops. I'm going to be able to field more troops, and so on. However, as it stands right now, it has just come to my attention that I just do not have enough army capacity. I think that's the main issue. I don't have enough army capacity to be able to deal with the enemy leader, and I'm actually just gonna auto-resolve this. Ooh, that was risky. That was very risky indeed, because I literally could have gone into a situation where I would have lost one of my Doom Bulls, but I'm pretty happy that that did not happen. Alright, so this is actually a fantastic thing. We're gonna get a Chaos Charioteer once again. That's really, really nice. I actually really miss having one of those. So it's pretty cool that we were able to gain one this time, and I'm not going to be recruiting anything else here, I don't think. We're just going to be... let me actually just see here. Let me just swap out 10 of the clan rats, I suppose, and we'll just get some of the higher tier units. We might as well, right? We might as well. Let's get the Master Gunner there. What else do we have available? Chaos Zealots, I guess? And there we go. Alright, that's going to be it. I don't really care about the prisoners that much. Alright, well, I guess we can take this, even though the loot is basically negligible. Extremely, extremely negligible, in fact. And actually, let me just take a quick look here. Okay, well, now that that guy isn't in there, do you think we can actually achieve victory here? Highly unlikely, right? I think it's probably highly unlikely. But I'm kind of intrigued about seeing whether we can do this. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to try it out. Let's see what happens, because obviously they do have a bunch of vassals in here, so if the vassals do magic up a bunch of troops, they could potentially charge at us straight away, and that would be very unfortunate. Okay, I just want to see how it is. Oh, wait a minute. We might have... Oh dear, if this is a huge bottleneck, we might have a pretty bad situation on our hands, but I was kind of hoping for... actually, you know what? This is not even bad. This is not even terrible. I think maybe we would... I don't know. I don't know, actually. Let's just see. Let's just try it out and see what happens, because we might actually get a pretty decent opportunity on our hands here. I don't know. The only thing that I'm hoping for right now is that I avoid taking all the damage in the world from all of their ranged troops. And if I can get in here and actually deal damage that I need to deal to win, we should be fine. This is an amazing sword, by the way, so... Yes. Kill the paladins. Kill the paladins. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay. Am I going to solo this? Am I going to solo this, actually? That would be hilarious. Actually, you know what? Can I just stay here? No. Okay. Good to know. These bear things, the bear warriors, they have absolutely insane ignore pain. Not even entirely sure how that's even possible, but they're absorbing like over 100 damage. It's crazy. Alright, yeah, so these guys are not going to be able to do too much to me. They are literally not doing anything to me at all here, and they seem to actually be giving me a completely free run into the battlements themselves, if we want to. But I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I think I'm just going to stay here. We're just going to continue to maximize our ability to murder. Ow. That was a pretty heavy hit right there. The wild bear. These wild bears right here. The amber prophetess. The amber prophetess is the reason why we're having issues with these bear people. Yes. Okay. We're going to have to do something about that. I'm not sure what I can do. I just took a healing potion. Okay, where is the amber prophetess? Because these wild bears are coming in and they're doing massive damage, and I'm not really able to, you know, murder them that easily. They do... I mean, look at this. I have to literally wail on them for a huge amount of time. I'm going to actually go in here now. Where is the prophetess? Oh, I know where it is. Okay, I know where it is. It's up here. Oh, what? Oh, I can... what? Are you serious? How do I... Wait a minute, wait a minute. how do I get up there? Are you serious right now? What? This is not a bug, right? No, this is... Can I kill these? Look, that's her. That's her right there. I need to kill that one. Wait, maybe there's another way that I can get up. Because I won't be able to fight all of these bears. Ah, here we go, here we go. This is perfect. Okay, get him. Ah, I really wanted to eliminate him. Oh, well, never mind. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay, just avoid getting killed. Just go... No, don't take damage. No, there we go. Oh, that was just an amber grail damsel. Oh, no, here's the prophetess. There we go. Okay, so the prophetess is now dead. All right, that's actually perfect. That is a huge victory for us right there. Just from that, because now she's not going to be able to summon any more of these wild bears. I find that actually hilarious. I think actually maybe that is a very... That might even be a contender for the strongest summoner, to be honest, because she was able to summon... I mean, I'm not even entirely sure how she was able to summon so many, but she was able to summon so many of these guys in such a short space of time that I have no idea how that was even possible, but she was able to, and you could see there that it was actually frightening how powerful these guys actually were. Okay, so there's a paladin right there. Not a big fan of that guy. Okay, well, basically, I think I can probably solo this particular siege. Do you think I think that's quite funny, actually, considering. I guess we'll just see what happens. I'm gonna just cut away for the moment, and we'll just see if I can actually achieve victory here. I'm just gonna continue killing people in this stairwell. Alright, so it looks as though we might actually be able to achieve victory here, as you see me slaughtering a bunch of archers. And, let me tell you, if you're gonna do this siege, okay, a little bit of a tip here. Be very careful about the archers that spawn down here, because they are, and if you're in a situation like me, where you're literally soloing the entire siege, they are gonna be focusing you only. So if you're on the battlements and you're killing the enemy troops like I am up here, then they're going to only be focusing you. And if you don't have any healing potions, you're going to die very fast. So I'd recommend trying to eliminate the archers first and then going from there, but obviously that's not always possible. Sometimes you're going to get murdered by other things, like for example me just now, walking into all this damage. Really, really good, isn't it? Yeah, great. Anyway, the fact is, I did manage to eliminate a huge amount of troops here, and this is what I've basically been doing. I've just been trying to be as efficient as possible with my kills, and just basically trying to watch out for any ambushes, because obviously the enemy does receive reinforcements, and the reinforcements are going to completely cut you off. So, for example, if they receive reinforcements, they're going to spawn down there where those archers were, right? And they're going to come up here, and they're going to come up that staircase to the left that I showed you earlier. And they will literally cut you off from being able to escape. So they're just going to swarm you, and if they do swarm you, well, it's maybe going to be good night. I don't know. Maybe it would be good night, maybe it won't. It very much depends. But generally, if you can, just look out for that reinforcement wave, and then you're going to be fine, because then you can go back to the staircase and you can start doing damage that way. But before that, yeah, it's just this. We just have to kill these things, and I don't think they're going to be receiving any more reinforcements. I think the reinforcements are now done, but you can see how many wild bears of Kadon are there actually in this particular siege. And I think, weren't they only summoned by the Amber Prophetess? Because if that's the case, there were literally, I don't even know how many, 16 of those guys, 20 of those guys, I don't know. But there was a huge amount, and they are very strong, and they do loads of damage too. So that's something to bear in mind. I'm going to tell my forces to charge in now. I'm going to tell my infantry and so on and so forth to charge in. I'm not going to tell the archers or anything, because I feel like that is a complete waste. But I'll tell everyone else to charge in, even though I personally have absolutely just won this siege by myself. And I gotta say, I'm not sure if I really want to win every single siege myself, because it is a huge amount of effort. And I would much prefer to do this the old-fashioned way, where we actually have the support of our friends. However, the main problem here, the siege is extremely difficult, and it's just very difficult because there's only one ladder. There's only one ladder, and if you don't have any kind of like magic or grenade or whatever, maybe a shotgun. I think a shotgun could probably be quite useful here to clear out the battlements. Well, it's basically you're done. You're done at that point. It's going to be extremely difficult to make that work. As you can see, I got 400 kills. Yeah, 400 kills. So that just goes to show exactly what I was going through right there. I literally killed basically 90% of the garrison. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Alright, I'm just going to take these guys prisoner because I don't want them to join some random army that is going to help to retake it. Because, let's face it, we really badly want to keep control of this, please. And I would very much like to be awarded it, if at all possible, as well. But I'm highly, highly doubting that our friend Mr. Critterslick, or whatever his name is, I highly doubt he's going to be giving this to me, to be honest. I really, really doubt it. I'm going to take Chaos Zealots. Actually, you know what? I'd like more of those. I'd like more Chaos Zealots, actually. So let's just get... Oh, well, I only have 8, really? No. I'd like more of those, please, actually. There we go. Alright, that's a little bit better. Let's go for some Poisoned Wind Globadiers, get some Scryer Gunners right there. I actually did level up as well, by the way. And, yeah, well, we'll see what happens now. Hopefully this is... Yes, please, please, please. I am crossing my fingers so hard right now. I really want to get this town under our control. I would be forever grateful to Mr. Critterslick if he decides to give it to me. But if he doesn't decide to give it to me, I will be livid. I will be very, very sad indeed, because it did take us a long time to take it, even though it may not have been the most... I mean, it was quite challenging, but I would definitely say that it wasn't the most difficult siege, because we had a pretty easy way of being efficient in our movements and the way that we actually handled the entire thing. But that doesn't mean that that's not worthy of any kind of reward, right? Even if it is somewhat simpler than, you know, other things potentially could have been. Who knows, you know what I mean? Anyway, these guys can actually level up. Let's get these guys some more skills there. Skills to pay the bills. Thank you very much. And yeah, so we obviously leveled up. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we're going to go for some more charisma here, and we already have the 3 in leadership, obviously, so all we need to do is get to 12 in charisma, and then we can have the 4 in leadership, and that's going to be absolutely amazing. That's going to be really, really good. Apart from that, what else do we want to go for? Well, We could go for some more inventory management. Maybe that's a good idea. Considering I'm already leveling up other kinds of skills, we might as well do that. There you go. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what happens with that. And otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.